Hello and welcome back to more Twilight Princess. So a funny thing happened. I was recording this part 41 as I'm looking at it, finished it, and then happened to notice that all of a sudden I never pressed the record button for, recording my audio. And by that point, well, actually I noticed it immediately afterwards, but suddenly I thought, wait a minute, I don't want to do this over again, or comment over something I just played, or do the whole part over again, because I'm kinda lazy like that sometimes. Yes, I know a more professional person would do the whole part over again, but that would mean I have to trek through this dungeon, which really isn't that bad, but still, which was kind of bad, because I liked what I was saying before. But it's okay. Nah, just do post-commentary. It'll be fun, I suppose. I can watch my own terrible gameplay. Nah, I'm just kidding. When it comes to Zelda, I'm actually pretty confident. Although I've taken more damage in this game than I would normally expect to. But I could blame that on, this being me playing the Wii version for the first time. And I'm a lot better at it now than I was when I first started. Especially when I took off that pointer control thing. Oh, I should probably be talking about this room. This, I guess you could say maze. This spike puzzle maze. Alright, kill this re-dead, which... surprisingly, I don't think one has gotten the chance to scream at me yet. Alright, I want to say ghoul rats is probably what I want to call these things. But anyway, like I was saying, when you're in sense mode, and these spikes pop up and then pop down, you see the after image of them, so you kind of know where they're gonna pop up, which actually helps if you've got to maneuver your way around this thing. And we got this. I want to say, I don't know the name for this thing. It's exactly what we did back in the Goron mines. We had to pull that thing and then run across and get to the other side. So that wasn't that bad. Now what room am I in now? I've already forgotten what I've done pretty much already, because it was a few days ago, probably when I recorded this. Oh, this room. With all these spike things here. Let's see, there doesn't seem to be a claw shot, so yeah, just roll across and make it. We got more of those poison mites, which really just serve to slow you down and don't do anything else. Even though they're poison, and it's really curious that they're called poison mites, because they don't damage you at all, so what's the point of them being poison? Oh, here we go. Hook nipples again. I don't know if I mentioned this. I can't remember if I mentioned it back. Oh, wait. I was saying back in the next... I was going to say back in the temple after this. What is it called? Snow Peak? I forget if I mentioned something, but I realize I'm talking ahead of time, so that wouldn't make sense. Oh, well, if I say it in the next dungeon, then I'll just say it here. I was going to say it kind of looks like she has hook nipples on the back of her. Again with the poison mites, and again with this spike bar thing. You know what that makes me think of? It makes me think of that room from Ocarina of Time. It was the Shadow Temple, where you had those, I want to say, Grim Reaper statues spinning around with the scythe, and you had the duck. Except this one you can't duck with your shield. Have you ever been able to duck again in a Zelda game? Because if you pressed R... Yeah, it was in the old 64 controllers, R. If you pressed R, you shield and you duck down. I think this is the first time I'm showing off the faster way to kill these things. Just go with the bomb arrow, boom, dead in one shot. As opposed to hitting them and then placing a bomb down. I was confused for a second where that door opened up for some reason. I want to say it looks like, yeah, it's... No, it's not straight across, it's right here. I think... Well, I might have been able to just run across these things. I was just going to be fancy with the claw shot. Yeah, I probably could have made it. Had the lantern out just so those things didn't bother me. Oh yeah, that room's over with. And what the hell am I looking at? Oh, well, it doesn't matter now. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I remember. I was talking about those groove things. That's what I was looking at. And we've got our loading into the next room thing, which means something's gonna happen. Yeah, of course, you know, the door closes behind us. Now, while I was in this room, I was talking about... I was trying to play dumb as in, these ceiling tags are here. Probably for the purpose of... sealing something. Possibly evil, given the moody atmosphere. And then I decide, well, if I eventually do it, I'm probably still rambling on at that point. I decided, screw it. Let's just go ahead and open it. I can't remember what I was talking about besides that made me stand there that long. Realistically, that would be a dumb idea to do that. If you see something sealed away, why would you bother it? Oh, I remember now. I think... Yes, I do talk to Midna. Use your senses to find enemies you can't see with your eyes. Even though I already knew what to do. I don't think I ever used Midna a lot in terms of talking to her when I didn't know what to do. Maybe I should do that more often. Because I kind of figured if you were stuck, she might give you a hint. Well, yeah, like she said, basically the whole point, at least at first, is turn to a wolf and, you know, attack this thing. Which is pretty freaky looking, I won't lie. Possibly the most scariest looking thing in this dungeon. And once you hit him with an arrow, or I'm just going with bomb arrows in this case, once you hit him, he starts flying around in a circle. And in the GameCube version, you could, you know, circle the control around with your C-stick, but you can't do that here. So you see me turning around, hitting the Z button, so I can see where he is. And once he does that, you hit him with a sword, then he drops down, and then you just smack him with your sword. Actually, I'm a lot better explaining this now than I was during the fight, because I was trying to concentrate. And if you take too long hitting him with the arrows, he's just going to revert back to his invisible form, and then you have to turn to a wolf again. This might end up being the last time. Why was I hopping around like that? I probably should have stuck with the regular arrows. Because the bomb arrows, I believe, take faster to load up. Yeah, is this the final strike? Ah, yes it is. Are those supposed to be scarabs? Or that's what I'm thinking they would be. That roar is definitely creepy. Well, that was taken care of. Oh, what was that name? The name of that thing is, or was, Death Sword. At least that's what the guide says. You got the Spinner, an ancient machine designed to float over land. So that's what those groove things I was looking at are about. Which actually, the Spinner is fun to use. But outside of this dungeon, you don't really use it that much. I can think of at least 2 instances outside of the dungeon. 2, I think, are for a heart piece. Another one... Actually, the other one comes after the dungeon. Not the next one, but the one after that. You can use it. And it probably K4 deals. I'm not sure any other time you would use it. So now, we can make use of these and get to another section. So where is this going to take me? Alright, this room. This big room with all the spinner grooves. Guys, I was really confused. I had to make sure, in order to hit B to jump off, if you press A, you'll automatically just, what I want to say, put the spinner away. So I suppose if you wanted to stop on the dime like that, it's useful. I think here's where I make a... Yep, here's where I try to roll across. I tried to roll across and then use the spinner. But for some reason it wouldn't let me do it. I guess you can't do it while you're walking in sand. What I should have done is just started with the spinner beforehand, but I wasn't sure it would go that far. But I probably could have. I got past that. I know there's a heart piece in here. And there's like 4 chests too. Ignore the Stalfos. Do I even kill him? I don't even remember. I think this is the heart piece. Yes, it is. And let's see, I need 3 more for that one. Was there another heart piece I got in here? I don't seem to recall it. I'm drawing a blank. Maybe I already did get another one. I feel like most dungeons have at least 2 of them. Oh well. I do like the jumping from wall to wall part. That's pretty fun. Except when you get further up ahead. Oh, there's another Stalfos. Oh, 2 of them. They're so ridiculously easy. Although I suppose I could have, fought them the regular way. Which is actually funner. But at the same time, it's funny just completely decimating enemies in one shot with the bomb arrows. I'm pretty sure I said this. They're pretty OP in this game. Why did I press down? I might have pressed the, Oh, I know why. I thought that I had the spinner on. I get confused with the buttons sometimes. Because, normally in a Zelda game, if you have your equipment on the ouch side buttons, that automatically makes the weapon work, whether that makes sense. Like, if I was playing the GameCube version, if I had the claw shots on X, and I pressed X, it would pull the claw shot out, and I'd be using it. But in this one, they're on the directional buttons. So if I pressed the left, it would be B, and that would kind of throw me off. I'm trying to explain that the best way I can, but I think you get the gist of what I'm saying. Although it's a little bit more convenient, I suppose. Oh, there's our big key. I keep forgetting every time. Even during this, when I thought the sound was recording, I said I wasn't sure whether it was big key or boss key. Might as well grab the 5 rupees. We passed this thing earlier. I'm not sure if I commented on it. But yeah, this is the spinner's second purpose when you have gear shifts like this. And I only just now noticed it kind of looks like Link is teabagging. Which is that thing you kind of do in Halo. Or there's probably other games where you can do it, but Halo is the one I know of. Not that I've ever played Halo before. I don't think I ever will. Not that I think it's bad, first-person shooters generally are not my thing. Probably the only one would probably be BioShock, but that actually probably had story. Well, I guess Halo has story too, and I totally missed that. I probably should have gone up higher. Oh well. Oh, wait a minute. Considering the length of this video... Oh, right. This is... this is the one with the boss fight. I was thinking the boss fight was in the next video. Never mind. Got it that time. Kinda freaked out. And once again with the teabagging. I hope you realize what teabagging actually is in real life. I don't really want to explain it. Well, I suppose I could, but... This is Zelda. This is kid-friendly. Of course, I say that now, considering the monster we just seen, and all the other creepy stuff in here. Maybe that's not necessarily true. I was looking for a fairy just for the heck of it, because I think I have one empty bottle, but I didn't find one. Normally, usually before a boss door, they would, like, have a fairy in a bottle somewhere, or, you know, skull or whatever. At this point, I do that thing where I'm not sure if I want to end the video or just keep going. I decided, sure, why not? Let's keep going. It takes an absurd amount of strength to probably push that door open like that. Nice room. Really freaking huge, and there's a giant dead skull lying there. Well, that's not suspicious. I talked over Zant laughing, didn't I? I'm wondering if he's actually making that sound, or is it just a sound effect to symbolize his entrance? I don't know. And that's not the first time somebody's said that to me, Zant. You seem kind of apathetic about everything. Twilight Fossil, Stalord, or Stalord. I call things Stalthos too, so I just say Stalord, whatever. They need an official dictionary on Zelda things and how you pronounce it, so everybody can be on the same page. Was I glitching through that? Oh well. Well, the whole point of this boss, obviously use the spinner, and what I just did is to jump out and hit his spinal cord and crack it. Well, then we got the issue of these little dead soldiers popping out. They have a name, I don't know. I don't remember what they are. See, I've gotten it. The first two I got, bam, like that. And then you've got these spike thingies all around the arena. The last time you gotta hit them, this is the pain in the ass, and this took me a little bit. Because these guys constantly get in your way. And... ugh, the phone ringing distracted me. And that was totally cheap. So my concentration is always kind of broken during this fight. Well, I was trying to talk and also try to avoid that thing and get past these assholes. So even when you get close to it, bam, those things pop up. And once again, I have the worst luck when it comes to bouncing back on the groove things, or whatever you want to call them. Almost had it there. Yeah, see? Like, right when I get back up there, bam, those things come up and hit me. Just almost immediately. It's like, I just have the worst luck ever. I don't get that. Man. Ugh. I know I get it eventually, through sheer luck. There's probably a method to doing it. I don't know if I could hop off and then jump on the spinner again. I wonder if you could do that. Like while you're down there. It never occurred to me ever to do that. See how long it's taken me? Yeah, I always have to make myself aware to immediately jump off now. Do I get it this... No, that was close. It can be really frustrating. I don't think I've ever taken this long to do that with this boss. Maybe I'll get it. Yeah, oh, that was the closest I got. You wouldn't believe how frustrating that was. They come so close. It's those stupid soldiers, and they always pop out in front of you. Ugh. Nope, not even that time. I suppose I should have been attacking them, which I wasn't. Now that I think about it and I'm sitting there watching it, that's probably where half of my issue came from. Of course, somehow I came in an angle and did it this time. Oh, man. What was it, like 2-3 minutes it took me to do that last part? Jeez. Well, since there's no victory music or heart piece, you know there's going to be a second phase. And considering the skull is still right there. Where does body go? Might as well grab a heart. And, yep, there it is. I didn't see this when I came in. No, I didn't, because it was covered in sand. I don't know what I did there. And we're back to teabagging. Now that I think about it, another reason I probably wouldn't play Halo is playing with people online, or I hear stories about all the 11, 12, 13-year-olds shouting homophobic things and all that. And oh, you're back up. Because I totally didn't see that coming. Ouch, cheap shot. Totally. That was kind of embarrassing. I don't know how I bounced off like that. And he was the opposite way. I guess in the GameCube version that's reversed. Maybe that's why I went the opposite way. Anyway. I say way too much. That was too many ways in that sentence. What was I trying to say? Dang it, I forgot. Alright, this music. That same music that plays during Ocarina of Time. For, what's the boss? King Dodongo and Volvagia. As you can see, I was jumping from side to side, because when you get to the top, he ends up, like, stopping you or whatever, or trying to stop you, preventing you from reaching the very top. This part takes a lot of hits to do that. It's the most time I've ever had to hit a boss when he was down phase. Although I really do love that music that plays when the boss is vulnerable. It's like, yeah, the boss is vulnerable, go kick his ass type music. I don't know if that has a name, though. Now, once you hit him the first time, as you can see, these spikes are up here, which means you gotta jump off, and it can kind of do something like that, and lower you. And I'm surprised he came at me this low. I guess it was because I was taking too long, and those spikes miraculously disappeared. And here's a weird thing that's never happened before. I got to the bottom, I jumped to the bottom, and he just automatically took off again. That's never happened. I was just like, what the hell? Are you kidding me? I was just baffled. I guess if you... I guess I technically did touch the ground, but I was still spinning. Anyway. I wonder if there's a way you could glitch. Well, yeah, you probably could. or use cheat codes somehow to, like, fly your way to the top. Now that I think about it, I think I've seen some, codes implemented where if you use a spinner you can fly or something. Oh, that was only the second time. Would have been done much faster had I not been getting screwed over. Well, yes, I am awesome. And there's the heart piece I was looking for. Convenient bridge, and convenient door opening. I'm gonna say magic is what triggers that. Alright, Link, let's go. We're close to the Mirror of Twilight. Well, gotta get my heart piece first. And that's gonna do it. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I will see you next time with actual live commentary.